Okay, Baruch Hashem, thank you for joining. We're on page 250 in Year's Book of Dragons. It starts at the top. As for Zila, excuse me, but Zila Gam Hua, she bore Tubal Cain, who forged all implements of copper and iron. And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naama, Nun, Ain, Memhe. Zillah is the Partsufim of Rachel that is formed from the Tselem of Zeranpin, as has been established. Tubal Cain refers to the Zeranpin of the Partsufim of Rachel. For this reason, he forges implements of copper, nekashat. This word can be rearranged as koshin or breastplate, referring to Kether of the Partsufim Rachel, which is linked to Tiferes that is called breastplate, the koshin. Naoma refers to the Partsufim of Bila, the handmaiden of Rachel. Here, the sister of Tubal Cain, these four Partsufim, Leah, Zilpah, Rachel, and Bila, are hinted in the word iron, barazal. Thus, the word barazal is formed from the head letters of these four Partsufim, as mentioned in 8th time. And again, there's a tikkun that we can connect this to previously. There's a tikkun here in the middle of the page, says barazal, and you can see Bila is Naama, etc. Tubal Cain is Rachel, Zilpah is Yovel, Leah is Eva. This is hinted at the words and iron, and the sister of Tubal Cain was Naama, and the highlighted letters here. The head letters here spell the word tikkun. This is in reference to the word iron, barazal, mentioned here as it's been established. Oh, that's what I said. Thus, Zeranpin and its female Partsufim in the aspect of the left and the externals has been established in the generals. Vayamar Lamech, and Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, Oda Batzila, hear my voice, Koli. O wives of Lamech, give ear to my speech. I have slain a person for wounding me, and a lad for bruising me. The terms voice refers to Zeranpin called voice, and the word speech, Amarti, refers to lights. Amarot spelled deficiently, referring to the sun and the moon, as the word speech here, Amarot, has a value of shamesh, sun, hinting to what has been established. The yud at the end to the nukva. I have slain a man. This refers to Cain, and the lights descended here as he is called man, Aish. It's also known that this refers to the level of man, referring to Asiya, as there are four named for man, corresponding to the four worlds, and they are Adam, Gevur, Enosh, and Aish. Again, man refers to a complete tree, and the lights of Cain fell. Thus, it's considered as if he died, as death means descent. And so here's Ad-Saluth is Adam, Beria is Geber, Yitzhara is Enosh, and Asiya is Aish. And a lad for bruising me, this refers to Zeranpin in the aspect called lad, and child, as this refers to the lower six Sephirot, when it is disconnected from Hokmah, Bina, and Da'at. If Cain is avenged sevenfold, then Lamech 77-fold. 77 here hints to the letters Ain, Zain. Ain is a value of 70, Zain is 7, and these spell Oz, 77, and hint to Asa and Azazel. Azazel. Furthermore, it's mentioned regarding the Nephilim that Asa and Azazel were amongst them. Further, the number 70 refers to Zeranpin, which is at the level of tens, and Malkut, which is at the level of 1 through 10, in example 70, the 7 Sephirot of Zeranpin's tens, and the 7 Sephirot of the Nukva, this being the secret of Vav He that began this chapter, being Zeranpin and Nukva, and the Vav He of the divine name, Yod He Vav He. In another explanation, 77 can be read as 7 and 7. This refers to the arising, as has been explained, of the aspects of Cain by Moshe, who is a reincarnation of Hevel. This refers to the 7 names mentioned of Moshe and of Yitro, who is a reincarnation of Cain. This is 7 and 7. And we have Yitro, and we have Moshe, and we can see the 7 names from each. Amazing. There's a tikkun on the following page. And if you look closely, you can find in the middle left, just below, you'll see the lamed at the keter of one in Leah, Zain, in the keter of another, Resh, and Beit, and you can see Barazel spelled out, which is iron, and it's these 4 Partsufim pieces to create the word iron, as we were previously reading. This tikkun is extremely complicated. I want to take immense time to meditate and look into it deeply to see the secrets that have been revealed are deadly accurate. I refer everyone to Likutei Yira. And we are ready to start Bereshit chapter 5. Bereshit chapter 5. Mother's Torah is a profound concept within Kabbalistic teachings, deeply rooted in the verse from Genesis, which it says Zer, Ots, Parai, Osha, Parai. It translates tree, fruit, seed containing fruit. This phrase holds rich symbolism that illustrates the structure of divine creation. The tree represents the different worlds in Kabbalah, Absolute, Beriah, Yetzirah, and Sia. These worlds signify various levels of divine emanation, creation, formation, and action. Each world is a step in the process through which divine energy flows from the infinite, blessed be He, to our physical reality. The fruit within this tree symbolizes the specific sephirot, which are the 10 divine attributes or emanations through which God interacts with the world. These sephirot include attributes such as wisdom, chokmah, understanding, bina, kindness, chesed, severity, kavura, beauty, tiferet, and so forth. Each sephira plays a critical role in the manifestation of divine energy. The quote, seed mentioned in the verse refers to the individual Partsufim, which are configurations of the sephirot. These include Arak Anpin, the long face, Abba, the father, Ima, the mother, Zeranpin, the small face, and Nukba, the female. These Partsufim represent different aspects and interactions of the divine attributes. In Kabbalistic teachings, Bina, understanding, is referred to as mother. Bina is the source from which all the lower sephirot receive their sustenance. Much like a mother nourishes her children, this maternal aspect is linked to Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden, signifying a place of ultimate understanding and divine presence. The word Gan, garden, is composed of the Hebrew letters Gimel and Nun. These letters represent the front and back of the Sephirah of Bina, when the 22 Hebrew letters are divided into 11 fronts of the Sephirah and 11 backs of the Sephirah. Each Sephirah is represented by a particular world. Bina is respectively the world of Beriah. This connection reveals that Gan Eden is a manifestation of Bina, illustrating the Torah of Beriah. In essence, Mother's Torah, symbolized by the verse in Genesis, encapsulates the essence of divine creation and structure. The tree represents the different worlds, the fruit are the divine attributes, and the seed denotes the configuration of these attributes. Bina, as the mother, is intricately connected to Gan Eden, illustrating the spiritual and nourishing role of the divine understanding. This understanding helps us appreciate the complexity and beauty of the Kabbalistic wisdom embedded in the Torah and its teachings. The Torah that will be written in this document will be at the level of the Torah of Berea. I'm not sure what that means. The level of the garden. So again, the Torah that will be written in this document will be at the level of the Torah of Berea. The level of the garden, as it is written in the Zohar, Bereshit A 182, the Torah of Berea is the garment of the Shekinah. This means that the Torah of Berea serves as the divine garment for the Shekinah, the presence of God. Without the creation of man, the Shekinah would remain unclothed, akin to a pauper with no clothes. Therefore, every sin committed by man symbolically strips the Shekinah of her garments, leaving her exposed. This allegory underscores the gravity of sin and its impact on the divine presence. This is because the Shekinah stripped of its garments, creates a perverted world which has abandoned Hashem and left the Shekinah alone. Chas v'shalom. Learning Torah at the level of Berea is imperative because it embodies Yirat Hashem, the awe of God. As stated in the Zohar Prologue 194, whoever observes the precept of awe, Yirat, observes all the others, and he who does not observe the precept of awe, Yira, which is the level of Bina, does not observe any of the precepts of the Torah, because this awe is the gateway to everything. This connection reveals that awe, which is deeply rooted in the level of Bina, understanding, is foundational to the observance of all commandments. Thus, studying the Torah of Berea not only clothes the Shekinah, but also cultivates the essential awe of God, ensuring the fulfillment of all other mitzvot. Furthermore, as the Rebbe Rashab explains, Kedusha, holiness, is the nullification of the self and unification with others. This principle aligns with the teaching from Pirkei Avot, who is wise? He who learns from every man. The integration of love and awe of Hashem is the essence of holiness. As it is written, be holy as I am holy, Leviticus 19:2. This unified understanding highlights the essential role of the Torah of Berea in maintaining the sanctity and integrity of the Torah's teachings through Yirat Hashem, and in fostering true holiness by merging selflessness with unity. And so when we perceive our physical reality, which is truly godliness, with the proper systems that is laid out within the depth of the Torah, a unity that unites all appears. It is then that a person has true Yirat Hashem, and it says a wise son makes a glad father. And the one who is close to the anointed becomes anointed himself. Shavuot 47b. With this being said, we may now learn Bereshit, Genesis chapter 5, is in the level of Gan Eden. Okay. And at the top, Aleph 1. This is the narrative of the generations of man. On the day that God created man, in the likeness of God, he created them, and those were Elohim here. Male and female, he created them, and he blessed them, and he named them Adam on the day they were created. In this instance, both Zakar, male, and Nukba, female, refer to the name Adam, Aleph Dalet Mem. Adam is an allusion to the Sephirah of Chokmah. It is known that there are 4 ways that man is referred to in the Torah: Adam, Chokmah, Absolute, Gebur, Bina, Berea, Enosh, Kesed, Gebura, Tifres, Netzach, Hod, and Esod, that's Yetzirah, and Ish, man, or Malchus in Asiya. Since male and female are called Adam, They are linked in the mystery of the Sephirot of Chokmah and Bina. Proverbs 9:10 states. In 10, the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and the knowledge of the holy ones is understanding. You can see right here, Yirat Hashem, Bada'at. Right before that, Chokmah, Yirat Hashem, Bada'at. Oh, thank you. Understand that Absolute and Bariya are linked. Yeret is the aspect of the left. Bariya. Proverbs 3:19 states, 19, the Lord founded the earth with wisdom, established the heavens with discernment. Tabuna. Bina is called tabuna, discernment. Proverbs 9:1 states, verse 1, wisdom has built her house. She has hewn here 7 pillars. Beit is the letter found in the Sephirah of Chokmah, yet in the word Bina, Beita, here her house, itself, it creates the feminine form. It means it's Beit with a Hey at the end. This is another aspect of the united aspect of wisdom and understanding, love and awe. That's precepts 1 and 2. We must first more fully understand the Sephirot. Each Sephirah has a front pene and a back akar. Akarim are the mokin. Akarim are the mokin, each being a divine name with a different methodology of expansion. For the sake of our understanding, the name Yod He Vav He has the front side expansion of Yod Vav Dalet, He Aleph, Vav Aleph Vav, He Aleph, and the backside expansion of Yod, Yod He, Yod He Vav, Yod He Vav He. One must know this table well before continuing. Here's a table beneath, and it shows Yom Hashem, Gematria, okay, Partsuf. Okay, so, and this is the Sephirot, or Sephirah. So Yod, He, Vav, and He. Yod, the world is Olam, is Atzilut. And this is the spelling Yod He Viv He with all Yods. This is the Melui of the name. And you can see the Gematria 72 because of the amount this adds up to. This is Keter, Tal Chokmah, tip. And then it covers Arak, Apin, and Abba. All of this is in the socket of Yod at the top. The Hey of the holy name, you can see Bariya. You can see the holy name spelled out. So it's the Olam is the world of Bariya. The Melui of the name Hashem is Yod He Vav He, and you can see a descent from the Yod to an Aleph here. It changes the Gematria from 72 by 9 points in that exchange. This becomes 63. This is Bina, and that's the, so there's the Gematria 63. Here's the Sephirah, is Bina. And then it's the part Sufim is Ima. Okay, so now moving on to the Vav, that's the world, the Olam of Yitzira. And it's Yod Ha, Vav Ha. All the Yods have descended now into Alephs, and the value is 45, Ma. That's the Gematria. Then we have the Partsufim or Partsuf. In this case, it's the Sephirot of Kesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, and Esod. All 6 of those as in the value. Now this is called Zir Anpin. That's the Partsuf that's constructed out of these 6 Sephirot. The final Hey is the Olami, the world of Ashia. The name is spelled out without Alephs or Yods. Yod, Hey, Hey, Vav, Vav, Hey, Hey. The value of this is Ben. The Gematria is 52. Ben Beit Nun, 52, and that's from the Sephirah Malchut, and the Partsuf is the Nukba. And so this table is going to be something that each of you, through your studies, will need. It's a nice time to take a memorization of that or a picture, because you will know these things eventually through your studies. And so here, Baruch Hashem. Oh, he just translated the whole thing right here. So the letters in Hashem's blessed name, the Yod, Hey, Vav, and Hey, and it just shows us the world is absolute, the spelling, the numerical value, the sephiros, and the parts of fame. So there's a tikkun on the following page that I just went through that's broken down directly to English. Additionally, one must know that the 45 name of Hashem is gematria of Adam. 45. That's the value of Adam. Adam and Ma are both 45. And 3. And Adam lived 130 years, and he begot his likeness after his image, and he named him Seth. Now, with regard to Adam, we read in Pasuk 3, he lived 130 years before begetting Seth, alluding to the gematria of 130, derived from the backside expansion of the 45 name of Hashem of Yetzirah. So here's Yod Ha Vav Ha spelled out, and the tikkun for this is the spelling out of Yod, then Yod Ha, then Yod Ha Vav, Yod Ha Vav Ha. The total gematria of that spelling out is 130. This divine name of Adam, gematria 45, which corresponds to Yetzirah, compiled of Kesed, Gevurah, Tifres, Netzach, Kod, and Isad. Therefore, we look at the Achareim of the 45 name, and when the 45 name is spelled out as above, the numerical value here is 130, which is the sod or secret of why Adam, alluding to the 45 name, lived for 130 years before begetting Seth, who is the beginning of the world of Yetzirah. 4. And the days of Adam after he begot Seth were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. There's a tikkun here in the page, and it shows Yod Hey plus Adonai times 10 equals 800, and it shows it here on the tree. In Pasuk 4, we state that he lived here after 800 years. The secret's 800 years is going to be found in the secret of what it says, male and female, Pasuk 2. Now I explained to you that Adam is of the Sephirot of Chokmah, and the name of Hashem that belongs to Chokmah is Yod Hey. The numerical value is 10. Yod's numerical value is 10, Yod. And Hey is a value of 5. So Yod Hey is the numerical value of 15. The female here alludes to Malkut called Nukva. The name here is Adonai. Adonai has a numerical value of 65. 15, 65. 15, the name of the male, plus 65, the name of the female, is a numerical value of 80. We apply this as it is written, tree, fruit, seed containing tree. So when we analyze the subtree, we see here Yod Hey Adonai for all of the 10 Sephirot, which is 80 times 10, 800 years. So we move along to the Sephirah of Seth. Seth is in the mystery of Kesed. We learn of Seth that he replaced Hevel. Hevel is the Sephirah of Kesed. Thus, Seth is also the Sephirah of Kesed, because we learned that he specifically replaced Hevel, whom Cain killed. There are a few levels to this. The first is, as it is written, vanity of vanities, said Kol. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Hevel is 1. Hevelim is 2. Hevel is 1. Hevelim is 2. All is Hevel. Thus, there are 7 vanities, or Hevels. This corresponds to the 7th Sephirot from the bottom, which is Kesed. Hevel is the word vanity. Thus, Hevel and Cain allude to this, and Hevel, specifically as stated, means vanity. This is also the secret of why it is stated. Time check. I think we'll go a few more pages. This is also the secret of why it is stated, and the Lord said to him, therefore whoever kills Cain, vengeance will be wrought upon him sevenfold. And the Lord placed a mark on Cain, that no one who would find him slay him. Moreover, this is alluded to by the word Seth, in which sin has a numerical value of 300 and Tav has a numerical value of 400. The combined numerical value is 700, alluding to the 7th Sephirot from the top. And Seth lived 105 years, and he begot Enosh. Now Seth lives 105 years before beginning Enosh. Why is this? Now it's stated Seth is the secret of the Sephirah of Kesed, We're going to find the secret in the word El, as it's written in Tephilim 52:3. Why do you boast of evil, you mighty man? God's kindness is constant, Kesed El. Loving God is Kesed El. Kesed has a numerical value of 70. El is a numerical value of 31. That's 103. 72 plus 31 plus 2 divine names equals 105. And if you take 1 for the word El, which would make 104, and 1 for the word Kesed, it would make 105. This principle is called Imkalel, is commonly used throughout Kabbalistic mysteries. Thus, the 105 years that Seth lived is the secret of the word Kesed El, alluding to the fact that he himself, in fact, is the Sephirah of Kesed. And Seth lived after he had begotten Enosh 807 years, and he begot sons and daughters. It has been made known to you that Achor alludes to Achareim, backside. The verse states after he had. In this case, we will be looking at the backside, Achor, after in English. Expansion of the 72 name, as Chokmah is above Kesed and its Shefa goes downward. We know there are worlds, but technically there are 5, including Adam Kadmon. We see here that 807 is created out of the Achareim. Of the 72-letter name, Kesed has a numerical value of 72. This name is the energy of the Sephirah of Chokmah and alludes to the 72-letter name, which is the name of Kesed. This alludes to the Sephirah, which is above it, Chokmah, with a numerical value of 72, which is also alluded to in the name Kesed, which has a numerical value of the name in Chokmah. The Achareim of the 72 name is 184, thus 184 absolute, plus 184 Berea, plus 184 Yetzirah, plus 184 Asiya, plus 26 alluding to the Sephirah of Chokmah, plus 45 it's linked to Adam, is 107. This is the secret of why he lived 807 years after. Now we moved on to Enosh, who is the Sephirah of Gevurah. Utilizing the 231 gate cipher, also known as Albam, shows us that the Vav is front side of Gevurah, Nun is the back side of Bina. Again, Vav is the front side of Gevurah, and Nun is the back side of Bina. Thus, we analyze the name of Enosh. What is left is Aleph and Shin. This is the word Aish, alluding to the fire of the left pillar. And Enosh lived 90 years, and he begot Canaan. This is the reason for Enosh lived 90 years before beginning Canaan, as Elohim has a value of 86, alluding 1 for each letter, we get 96. Utilizing the principle of M Kalel, we can go up or down. We go down 1 from 91, we arrive at 90 years. Elohim is the name of Bina and Gevurah. In 10, and Enosh lived after he begotten Canaan 815 years, and he begot sons and daughters. To find the root of 815 years he lived after begetting Canaan, we'll analyze the proper Achareim, which are going to be in the name Elohim. 815 thus, 200 for Absolute, 200 for Berea, 200 Yetzirah, 20 Asiya. 15 alluding to the Sephirah of Chokmah and Bina, 815. And then here's an expansion, Aleph, Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yod, Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yod, Mem, and 1 for each world, Absolute, Berea, Yetzirah, and Asiya. There is another way to arrive at 815. There are 15 letters in the Achareim for the backside of Elohim. So our 200 expansion plus 15 letters gives us 815. 15. And Canaan lived 70 years, and he begot Mahalalel. Canaan is the secret of Tiferet. He lived 70 years. Sefer Bahir states every mention of 70 actually comes to mean 72. So when Canaan lives 70, we try to look for 72. We arrive at this through the front side expansion as such. You can see Yod Hiviv 72 or Yod He Yod He Vav Yod He Vav He. After Canaan lives 840 years. And Canaan lived after he begotten Mahalalel 840 years, and begot sons and daughters. It's known there are 12 chambers to Tiferet, likened to the 12 tribes on Kohen Gadol's breastplate. So here's the expansion, 12 times, thus 70 times 12 equals 840 years. And Kenan lived 70 years and begot Mahalalel. Thus Kenan lives 70 years and after begets Mahalalel. This is because we are dealing with a 72 name, alluding to the right pillar, Hokmah, Kesed, and Netzach. Mahalalel means to give praise to El. El is the name of Kesed. Mahalalel is now the Sephirah of Netzach. And Mahalalel lived 65 years, and he begot Yared. Ma alludes to Malkut, and so Mahalalel lived 65 years before begetting Yared. 65 is the numerical value of Adonai, like so. At 16, Mahalalel lived after he had begotten Yared 830 years, and he begot sons and daughters. After Mahalalel begot Yared, he lived 830 years. This is in the mystery of the Akoreim of the 63 name. This is because Netzach has received the Netzach of the left pillar. And here's the expansion Yod Havavha, or Yod Ha, Yod Havav, Yod Havavha. And again, it's done repeatedly. So that's 165 times 5 is 830 years. Now we'll continue into much deeper understanding of Genesis. I think we'll stop here. We're at verse 49. This is page 260. Sorry. 60? Double check my page number too. Sorry, 260. 264. And there's a picture I've taken some people studying in front of the serpent and the woman on top. This is an astonishing book. Thank you, Yer, for making it. Oh, glory to Hashem. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the TikTok. And we'll join us for the WhatsApp group for questions or comments. You can join us through @Yera. You can find the link. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Shalom. Turn it off. Just try to get the phone out.
You should just wait a minute.
Just give me the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything happen? Shalom, everyone. See you right then. Thank you so much. Shalom, everyone. Okay, do you guys have any questions or thoughts from the reading today? Do you guys see how the expansion, for example, of 72 adds up both directions? Okay, folks. Well, thank you for joining me. If you don't have any questions, there's lots to get to ahead. Exciting times. Many blessings. All glory to Hashem.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Shalom Ladatov Yom Tov.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Yom Tov.
Shalom Yom Tov.